Pamela, we better hurry. There's so much news to report this week.
I'm hurrying, Ryan. But will we have time to celebrate World Turtle Day?
No way, they're too slow.
I'm Pamela Kirkland.
And I'm Ryan Willard. It's World Turtle Day, Tuesday, May 23rd.
This is the 10 News.
Here are 10 things you need to know.
Processing.
Our top story is out of the Eastern European nation of Serbia. A couple weeks ago, Serbians experienced 2 mass shootings in 2 days, including their first ever school shooting. The people protested, and the government asked all citizens to disarm, which means hand in their weapons and ammo. In the first 3 days, Serbian citizens voluntarily turned in 6,000 guns and 300 rounds of ammunition.
Wow, is this the first time a country has asked citizens to hand over their guns?
This is not the first time. In the 1990s, the Australian government passed gun reform laws after a mass shooting. The UK followed suit, and in the early 2000s, Germany raised the legal age to buy a gun. All these reforms led to a decrease in gun violence and suicide, and the end of mass shootings in those nations.
In other European news, thousands of people have fled their homes due to floods in Italy. More than 20 rivers have overflowed their banks, and hundreds of landslides were reported after 6 months' worth of rain fell in 36 hours. Flooded roadways and no electricity mean it has been difficult to get help into the flooded areas. In music news, The Weeknd, the Canadian pop star famous for songs like Blinding Lights and Die For You, is changing his name.
To the Wednesday?
Nope, but that was a good guess. He is changing it back to his birth name, Abel Safai. His upcoming record could be his last as The Weeknd. Earlier this year, Guinness World Record named him the most popular musical artist in the world because he has a whopping 111 million streams on Spotify every month.
Whoa!
Speaking of world records, a professor at the University of South Florida has broken the record for longest time spent living underwater. Professor Dituri has been living 30 feet below the surface in a lagoon in Key Largo, Florida since March 1st. That's 83 days on May 23rd. And he's not stopping. He says he'll stay in his underwater lodge for 100 days. Scientists are studying how underwater pressure affects him. His day-to-day life involves waking up early, exercising, eating a lot of protein, and teaching classes. He says the number one thing he misses is the sun.
I would miss the sun too, but at least fish can swim up to his window and say hi. That's pretty cool too.
Definitely. In other scientific news, a month ago, a large fireball was spotted in the sky over northern Maine. But so far, no one has found the meteorite itself. And that means there's still a chance to claim the $25,000 prize being offered by the Maine Mineral and Gem Museum. The first person or people who bring in a piece of the meteorite that weighs at least 2 pounds will win the money, and museum representatives say there have been a lot of meteor wrongs, no meteorites yet.
Pamela, when you were a kid, what was the best day in school?
Oh, probably a movie day. I loved when my teacher showed us a movie, they'd roll in the TV.
Exactly. That's my favorite too. But one Florida teacher is under investigation for showing a movie to her students. 5th grade teacher Jenna Barbie was teaching her students about earth sciences and showed them the Disney film Strange World, which features a gay character. Every student had signed a permission slip from their parents to watch PG films, but one parent, who is also on the school board, reported Barbie to the Florida Department of Education. A 2022 Florida law, the Don't Say Gay law, prevents teachers from talking about LGBTQ+ topics in kindergarten through 3rd grade classes. That law was recently expanded all the way to 12th grade, so the teacher is now under investigation to see if she broke the law. Barbie has already resigned from the school, but the Department of Education could decide to take away her teaching license, all for showing a Disney movie in class.
This is an outrage!
In a bit of happy news, the world's oldest dog turned 31. Bobi from Portugal broke the record for oldest dog earlier this year and is still going strong. Bobi's family threw him a birthday party and over 100 people attended. What birthday treats were on offer for Bobi? Since Bobi only eats human food, he got an extra portion on his special day. His family says he's lived so long because of the calm, peaceful environment at home.
Next up, a piece of news I am super excited about. There's a new Muppet on Sesame Street, and he's Filipino. TJ is the first Filipino Muppet and was designed by Filipino-American animator Bobi Pontius. TJ's first segment was all about confidence, believing in yourself and others.
Way to go.
Yo gamers, listen up. The new Nintendo release, Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, sold an astonishing 10 million games in the first 3 days after it launched. That makes it the fastest selling Nintendo game ever and could make it 2023's most popular game.
Zelda fans really showed up, but fans of TikTok might be in for trouble. Last week, Montana became the first state to completely ban TikTok. The ban will go into effect January 1st, 2024, but TikTok is probably going to challenge the law with an appeal. The new law won't affect individuals. Instead, it will be illegal to offer TikTok on marketplaces, like Apple's App Store or the Google Play Store. Other states are considering similar moves because of fears that U.S. user data will be made available to the Chinese government by TikTok, which is owned by a Chinese company. Other social media apps and sites could be seeing additional regulation soon, too. In tomorrow's episode, we'll talk about new social media bills being debated by Congress. That was 10 things you need to know.
Check out tomorrow's episode where we'll cover National Pet Month and new social media laws. And I'm Ryan Willard. Thanks for listening to the 10 News.
Data transfer complete.